Hey guys, it's Andy here, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to wrap up 2021 talking about the games we played this year and what is to come in 2022. Personally, I have played quite a few games along the way, and at the end of this year I am left with all kind of feelings about the online shooter genre, which is my main focus in gaming. If you watch my videos from this year, you'll see that I have enjoyed many games and I have been optimistic about them or their future. But somehow, I still end up a bit disappointed with what I have to play today and uncertain of what I will play in 2022. So, I'll go over my 2021, both the good and the bad, and I'm very interested in hearing about yours and what you think of the current state and future of online shooters gaming in the comments below. So, starting with Escape from Tarkov. I love this game. It's the game I have played the most hours in my whole life. And still, while I admire its greatness, I still suffer all its shortcomings. It is a game that is still in beta after many years, and while it has a huge amount of content, it is clearly still in a development state, and with each patch, many things are added, but many issues arise as well. In this case of Tarkov, seems to be the norm nowadays, that we have to tolerate bad things to enjoy gaming, because it's just the way that it is, and I don't think it has to be that way. But moving on, also this year I played a lot of Insurgency Sandstorm, and this game, I cannot believe how underrated it is. If I have to highlight one shooter this year, it is Sandstorm, one of the very few games that doesn't let me down. This game was always decent, and it had a good release, which is not normal nowadays, and it just keeps getting better. My admiration is for the devs and the community, which are both amazing. It is a game I will always keep coming back because, for me, it has the best gameplay ever across all FPS games I have ever played. If I don't play more, it's just because it's a casual shooter and there is no progression to look forward to. Now, those two games were my main sources of fun, streaming and content creation of my whole 2021. And I can talk for hours about them, but I want to continue with a more wide and general picture here. So now, let's move on to other games I got to try this year that sadly seem to be dead or close to dead. First we have Hired Ops, a free-to-play online PvP made by the sister company of Battlestate Games, the creators of Tarkov, which allows this game to develop in the same universe as Tarkov. It is a very decent FPS, entertaining, great progression, not pay to win at all. However, it is a bit rough around the edges because it is a free to play, but I saw it like a great alternative for a casual shooter while keeping the spirit of Tarkov. Sadly, right now it's sitting around 130 average concurrent players, so it's pretty much dead for a game that had a lot of potential. The same is the case of Scavengers, a third-person battle royale featuring PvE and PvP in a very unique way. I really enjoyed my time playing it. It had a lot of things that I liked, like a decent gameplay, a very good progression system, and personally, I don't like battle royale games anymore, but Scavengers had a good take on the genre, where it didn't feel like drop, loot, run, die, repeat, like most popular ones like Warzone, Apex, PUBG feel. Still, it's also currently almost without any players playing it. It's, again, around 130 average concurrent on Steam, and if you add the other platforms it's on, that is too little for a battle royale game. And finally, the last time game I played, Eximius, Seize the Frontline. What an amazing mix of FPS and RTS that game achieved. I really liked it. It reminded me of one of my favorite online games of all times, which is Savage: The Battle for New Earth. It had a lot of great elements and it delivered so well. The game really surprised me, and it had a high skill ceiling on both the FPS and the RTS side. But since its release, it just doesn't have enough players to develop a community. Right now it's sitting around 15 concurrent players only. You can watch my videos on these three games if you want to know more about them, and like me, try to figure out what went wrong with them. I'll leave the links in the description, but personally, I don't think there was anything wrong with those games. It's just the way it is in the gaming world nowadays. And so, how is this world exactly? For that, we have to see my biggest disappointment of this year, and it's probably one you share, Battlefield 2042. I made two videos talking about this game, one after the gameplay trailer released, and one after I played beta. You can see in those videos my high expectations for the game, but also me being realistic, in the sense that it may not have such a good release like Battlefield 4 had, but that it will become good with time. And after the release and a few patches, I kinda lost hope with this game. It is lacking so much compared to Battlefield 4. The destruction, the skyscrapers falling, the sound, the ambience, the details, the guns, animations, you can probably mention more and more things about it that are just not quite there. I do give it to the Battlefield 2042 devs that while some people hate it, I like that they try to innovate with the specialists and the plus system. I actually like them both, but then they forgot the rest that made Battlefield great. And besides that, I don't see devs going the right direction with the patches. And also, I don't see how they could change some of the core things that are just very lacking compared to BF4. The foundation of the game is off in my opinion. There are still Battlefield moments there. When you play the game, it is enjoyable in many ways. And that's why I kept playing it, and I may revisit it in the future. But I dropped it without any hesitation when the new tarkov wipe came, and I would drop it to try any other game coming out. It's just decent enough to entertain, and the great moments are tarnished by the constant feeling of an incomplete game that is in a better state or worse. And that's how I would sum it up. I am tired of playing betas. I'm tired of all these early access and beta test games that last forever. I'm tired of testing games for the developers. I'm tired of games that release in a supposed complete state and it is in a terrible one. This feeling is the one that has been ruining my online shooter experience this year, and I feel that it's becoming more and more the norm in online games nowadays, like I mentioned with Tarkov. The same happened with New World, the same happened with World War III, which I hope to be the Battlefield killer everyone wanted it to be, and after a terrible release years ago, they re-released it this year in a very dysfunctional beta. Is this where online shooters are going? Just incomplete games over and over while the complete and decent ones die because they don't have enough money behind or something? Well, what do you guys think? Please put in the comments below, and let's try to move on a little bit from this with some other quick honorable mentions for 2021 for me. First, Overwatch, a game I used to play a long time ago, and I quickly revisited in 2021, and it is in its worst decline. It's a great game, but poorly handled by the devs and the community. It's just in a game that is not going in a good direction right now. We also have Doom Eternal, an amazing game. I played a little bit, even though I usually don't play single players, and that was the issue. It lacked the proper arena online multiplayer that the previous Doom had, and I would have loved to play. Then Call of Duty / Warzone, same crap every year. When will it end? What can I say? I think this says more about the players that consume it than the developers. And finally, Apex Legends, an amazing game. I have always liked it. It has decent growth. I like the new arenas. Still, they get boring quickly, I think, and the Battle Royale is the old drop, loot, run, die, repeat. And I find it hard to get into, especially without a good team to play with. And that pretty much wraps up my 2021 in gaming. And now, looking into 2022. Next year, or this year depending on when you watch this, we'll see the release of 2 games I have beta tested. Oh my god, more betas, please stop. Anyway, first we have The Cycle Frontier, a game I really enjoyed. It's like Tarkov but in a sci-fi setting. A lot of potential in that game. Besides lacking a bit of content and progression in my opinion, it felt like it was a very well polished game. I will be looking forward to playing that game on its release and see how it can impact the future of Tarkov-like games. Are we going to see more games like this in 2022 and beyond? I would certainly like that. Again, you can watch my video on it, following the links in the description, as well as the one on the next game, which is Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodhunt. Yet another battle royale, sadly, which I guess many people still enjoy that style. Luckily for me, that I don't love BRs, Bloodhunt also had a quite unique take on the genre, but a bit different to Scavengers. I really liked playing it. It had a lot of great mechanics, decent gunplay, but it could improve. Also being third person, it's not really my first choice. I will prefer it first person. And I would also like to see some kind of RPG-like progression that I think it would fit very well in the vampire setting. But that game is also coming in 2022. Do you think we're going to see more battle royales as well? Or is this genre going to die next year? Guess time will tell. Other than that, what I expect for 2022 is more great Tarkov patches, including Streets of Tarkov, maybe the arena, and hopefully some stability in the game with better performance and more consistent servers. And for Insurgency, more new PvP game modes would be really nice to keep it fresh. While I like the new VIP mode, I'm hoping for more exciting new PvP modes next year as well, and maybe some new progression system, which would be amazing. And finally, why not dream that Battlefield 2042 will get magically fixed in 2022 and it becomes everything we wanted it to be? Will it be like that? Please tell me what you think. What do you expect of 2022? What online shooters will you be playing in 2022, new or old ones? I would love to hear it. And that's it from me, guys. Have a happy new year, and I hope you join me in 2022 for a lot of gaming. I will be there playing because I love online shooters and I'm like a hopeless romantic for them. I'm never giving up and looking for new challenges each day and trying to put out content for people to enjoy. If you like it, I would really appreciate it if you stop by my Twitch and my socials, which are linked down below. Dislike this video if you want, comment your thoughts, subscribe if you can, and finally, I'll see you all on the battlefield.